I got involved to help raise awareness for hunger. Feeding America is the nation's largest food distribution organization. They feed over 25 million Americans a year. They distribute over 2 billion pounds of food. Put hunger at the forefront of one of the main issues, especially with the economy where it is. I mean, this is historic just to be here, be a part of this. Hopefully a shift in consciousness and a new direction for our country and for our world.
More people than ever are going hungry.
I can help.
The economy has impacted a lot of things.
I can help.
I have a decision to make. Either pay for my medication or eat.
I can help.
We all can help by participating in the Letter Carriers Food Drive. Take the surplus in your food pantry, leave it out for your letter carrier, and you will help feed those people that are struggling today.
Please welcome our next presenters, Richmond Arquette and Academy Award winner, Patricia Arquette.
First of all, we all want to say a big thank you to the sponsors of tonight's event. All of the honorees are doing incredible work, and it's so inspirational as a person, and this is a beautiful, beautiful event. I hope you feel really good about the projects that you're supporting and the ongoing work and how it's going to continue to help people.
So our father grew up in Los Angeles, and our mother grew up in New York, and for some reason they moved us to a commune in Virginia by the time I was starting school. The commune was originally a children's summer camp, so all the doors were smaller and nothing was insulated. And we were living in a one-room cabin with a wood-burning stove and no bathroom. And these are the conditions that David was born into. It was very impoverished. Welfare in the Commonwealth of Virginia at the time was something called commodities. And they had a label that was very unenticing, and the food inside was even worse, and you would hide them when the other kids would come over. And I feel like David never forgot his roots. He's really, in everything he does, he's always thinking of other people.
We've both seen David reach out to different large corporations and secure tons, literally tons, of food for children. And for the hungry in America, David has never passed by anyone in need. David has done incredible things. We worked with him in Haiti. I saw David and Richmond both carried hundreds of tents through the sweating sun, donated by the Army to people and helped set them up for the elderly, for the poor, for everybody was poor. I mean, it was earthquake, it was total devastation, and pregnant women and little children, and David's just an incredible person, and we're so honored to be here. We live in an age when food is plentiful and the technology to produce it at lower prices improves by the minute, which makes the sheer number of people suffering from hunger and food insecurity a daily tragedy. And this is not just affecting hundreds of millions of people across the globe. 50 million of our fellow Americans right here in this country go to bed hungry at night.
Our next honoree has made hunger relief his cause, committing his time and efforts to Project Angel Food, Food Bank for New York City, the Lunchbox Fund, and partnering with Feeding America to help provide meals to more than 45 million people each year.
Please welcome one of the most incredible people I know, our brother, a truly noble spirit, David Arquette.
Hey, thank you. Rosalie made this. It's so sweet and kind. Thank you, Patricia and Richmond, for those sweet words. I didn't know. I went to the Children's Hospital. I worked there with the Nobel Awards, and we helped these kids do this, and it's just an honor to now see it. I didn't know at the time I was going to get one. But whoever's working with animals, I worked with them. There's an amazing little rabbit there and a sweet little dog. Okay, so I am humbled to be here. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Your generosity. You guys are philanthropists of this world. You're in this room for a reason. you give of your heart, you're kind, loving souls. And that's what it's all about. I'd like to thank the Nobel Award Committee, Pantera Sarah, for nominating me, my homegirl for life. Okay, this is a funny story. I go into my new agency, UTA, and they do the big thing where they get all the agents there. It's the only time you see all these guys. It'll just be one or two, if you're lucky, after this meeting. But they set them all up at this big table. And they're all sitting there, and they're like, what do you want to do? You're a great actor. You should be doing things. I said, I want to be doing things. I want to be doing good work. I'm sick of doing parts that I'm like, it was all right. I tried. It was better on the page. But then, and I said, I really want to become a great actor so I can give back, so I can really do some good work. And they said, well, you should talk to Renee Jones. And they put, Renee Jones in the house! That's my girl right there. Boom, boom, boom. So, me and Renee Jones did some great work. My other agents, not so much. I'm just kidding. No, we did some good work too. We did some good work. I didn't mean to cut nobody down. I'm all about love. But they said, talk to Renee Jones. So Renee Jones and me, we're like partners in crime. And she hooked me up with Joel Goldman, who used to work at Elizabeth Glazer's Pediatric AIDS Foundation, right? I think so. And we did work together there, so I knew him. And she came up to me and she said, America's Second Harvest is changing their name to Feeding America, and they need a face for the brand. I was like, let's do this. All we gotta do is change the name. We can change names. I'm all about Brandon, we could do this. So we just started doing a few things, and it just started snowballing. And within 3 years, we did the greatest work, and this is why I'm getting this award. I'm just so proud of, because of you, Renee, and Joel, and everyone. But the thing was, we did things for Cheesecake Factory, Campbell's Soup, the post office. I got Shepard Ferry to do a poster for them. We just got on this role of just being, it's weird because as an actor, you don't want to be like, I'm doing charity. Hey, look how good I am. But you have to. You have to it's part of it. But then if you're doing ads for Cheesecake Factory, essentially an ad, you know what I mean, in a way. But you're not getting paid, but Feeding America's getting paid, and they're donating that cheesecake every month to Feeding America. Boom, ching, ching, you know what I mean? So literally, we worked with an amazing lady too who is running it named Vicky Escara. And with all of our work, we changed the name, easy. We doubled the donations within 3 years of the nation's largest hunger relief organization. And that's not to toot my horn, but it's to tell you how important and how strong your voice is. And then I started getting involved with the community, and I started working at St. Joseph Center, and now I'm working with OPCC. We have Kate and Sarah here from OPCC, and now this is OPCC. They're the West Side's largest community center that's really is in the trenches. They get the people off the streets. If they need help and if they're homeless, they get them off the street. First, they give them a locker. You don't think a locker is very important unless you have your whole life in your hands. Then a locker is really important. And you know what else is? A shower. You know what else is? Some food. You know what else is? A bed. And you know what else is? Some doctors you could talk to, some social groups you could work with. That's what OPCC does, and that's what the Nobel donation is going toward, that and Feeding America, because they do the real work. They're in the trenches. And I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank my family. I want to thank God. And I also want to say, it's just my belief, but God is also a woman. And with that, let's have equal pay for women. Come on. You guys know.